Okay, so now we need to actually implement the code for our actual steps class. So let's reopen our existing project. I'm going to double click on the Eclipse Java icon, and that's already pointing to my Cucumber framework, because you can see here it's pointing to the following project. So I'm going to click OK. I'm going to let Eclipse load. And one good practice for you to always perform when you actually import or you create a new project and you've added the relevant dependencies to your POM file is, as soon as the project opens, one practice that I always conduct is I clean the project. So that gets rid of any old files that are not needed. And then I right mouse click the project main package. Then I go on to Maven, and then I go update project, I go force update and click OK. As previously discussed, what that'll do is download all the relevant jar files from the web onto your machine, and that jar files contain libraries. For example, libraries will be specific Selenium methods that we can actually implement inside our actual login class. So the first thing that we need to do is, because we're going to be using Selenium code, we're obviously going to need a driver object, and that driver object will be the main object that we'll be interacting with in order to interact with the actual Stack Overflow website. So let's first of all create a variable. We're going to go WebDriver. Let's call our driver object driver. We're going to click import. Now, one important factor that we need to actually add to our steps class is, before any of these steps get implemented, we need to use something called a Cucumber hook. So what I'm going to do is, on the actual keyboard, I'm going to use the @ symbol, so the same symbol used for example, your email address, and then I'm going to say capital B before. Then I'm going to import the following. Don't import the JUnit, even though we can use JUnit within our framework. We want to import the Cucumber before, which is the following. Press space, and now we're going to provide the name of our method. So public void, let's say setup. Now we're going to start adding the body of our actual method. So the first thing we need to say is system dot set property, which will be the following. As you can see, it's giving you all recommended methods that you can use. So I'm going to select the following option here, which is set property. And the first thing that we need to do is obviously we're going to be executing our tests in Chrome. So now I need to say WebDriver dot Chrome dot, and then we're going to say driver. Then I'm going to close that statement. Now we need to point to the actual chromedriver.exe file. So what we need to do is we need to open the desired browser of our choice, type in Chrome driver download. We're going to use the first link, official Google website, and I'm going to download the latest version. So this version might change when you guys are watching this video, so just download the latest version of chromedriver. They're constantly updating chromedriver and fixing many issues which were reported in previous releases. So they only support Windows 32 at the time of this recording, so I'm going to download the following option. Okay, so once the actual chromedriver file's downloaded, drag it to your desktop, minimize that. We're going to go extract here. So this is what we need to do. Basically, our Selenium code uses chromedriver, and then chromedriver will open and interact with the website by opening our Chrome browser. So go back to our project. Inside the actual source test Java, I'm going to select the master package, right mouse click, create a new package. Then I'm just going to put dot, and then I'm going to say, let's call it resources. So we've got our empty package here. Left mouse click the exe file and drag and drop the actual exe file in the following package. So just to confirm that this actual exe file is inside this package, right mouse click on the package, go properties, select this icon here, which takes you directly to the actual package itself. And as you can see in that folder, you can see the chromedriver exe. So what we need to now do is we need to give the location of this specific exe file. So right mouse click the exe file, go properties, this directory here, copy it, go back, we're going to use double quotes, inside the double quotes, paste that URL or directory. In Java we need 2 backslashes, so anywhere you see 1 backslash, add another. And once we do the same process for the remaining, you won't see any more red underlining. And we just need to add the following at the end of the statement. Okay, so excellent. Our actual setup method is pointing to the chromedriver exe file. Now we need to add a few more bits of code. So we're going to call our driver object by going this.driver, and then we're going to go equals new chromedriver. So that's saying, we're saying that we want our actual driver object to use the instance of chromedriver, which is fine. We point to the exe file, we're creating our chromedriver object. Now we need to, when the window opens, we need to actually maximize our window. For example, when our Selenium code executes, it needs to fully maximize that actual browser window. So we need to go this.driver again. We're going to say manage.maximize. So we're going to go, this.window, and then we're going to say maximize. So that line there will, when our actual Chrome instance opens, is going to maximize the window. And then finally, we're going to say we want to give it a default page load time. So we're going to go this.driver.manage.timeouts. And then we're going to go page load time. We need to give it a value, and that value is going to be the desired time of our choice. You can play around with this figure. I'm going to set it to 60. And then in the following, I'm going to say time, unit, and I'm going to say seconds. Okay, so we've set a default page load time of 60 seconds. I'm going to copy this line again, and then I'm going to go default. There's a script timeout somewhere. Set script timeout, and I'm also going to set that to 60 seconds. So save this class. Let's execute to see whether our feature file, to see whether the actual Chrome window opens. So right mouse click, run configurations, and we're already pointing to the login feature file. Click run. In turn, we should see the Chrome window open, and in turn the window should maximize. We haven't added any Selenium code to say, for example, access stackoverflow.com, click on the buttons, etc. But already, as you can see, we've already set our actual Chrome driver object to open Chrome browser and in turn maximize the window.